Okay. It's crazy, man. It's fucking 9 o'clock. I got people out here revving engines and shit. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Dead near 10 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here revving engines like this is the motherfucking Grand Prix. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, peoples, how y'all doing? How you doing? This your boy Juice Warner with another episode of Smoke and Jokes, where we discuss today's topic while indulging in the greatest of herbal essences. Yeah, I know I haven't did that in a minute. I haven't been doing it on this show at least because this is how they killed the Black Revolution 365, where I will be discussing, my revolutionary mind state transformations, ups and downs. And I will be basing this off of hip hop music. Not that the revolution has anything to do with hip hop. It's just that my relating to people globally, was through a belief of through hip hop. You know what I mean? Like the people who wanted change, also was going through the dilemma of having a fight within, our culture. You know what I mean? So with that, I came to this conclusion that the revolution is dead. You know what I mean? Because if we're fighting the conflict from within, you know what I mean, and we don't acknowledge it on a global scale, meaning that we need to call ourselves out, and when we do, we need it to be only in an hour in time, meaning that every day you should be calling out the bullshit in the black community. You don't wait until something go down and you cry foul against somebody outside of the black community, whether it be Asian or white or whatever the case may be, right? Don't wait to then to call foul, because then you got somebody who's been mad at you the whole time, for your actions within the community, and you giving them the chance to deflect from the outside invasion, because this is the chance for them to point the finger at you. So they're gonna turn around and go, yeah, but what about black on black crime, right? And we always hate that. We always hate that. Here it is. We got a dilemma. You know what I mean? We got a problem, whether it be like I said, the cops or white people or Asians or Latins, or I don't give a fuck who it is, right? We do this fake banding together, so it opens the door for somebody to hypocrite us, call us hypocrites. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, what about, black on black crime? And we mad at them and we calling them coons and buffoons because most likely they are. And I'm not going to say they ain't. You know what I mean? It's just that you are pushing a lot of people towards cooning and buffooning, with your self hating, with your competitive, trying to get to white America. So you cooning and buffooning in a different way. You know what I mean? We got the coons and buffoons, but we got them nigger yards where they hold the fights and make us go against each other as well. And a lot of you are under the nigger yard too. Everybody ain't cooning and buffooning. There's some of you still in that yard, man. That nigger yard where they train you to fight each other for you to even, get free or anything like that. So then by the time you free, you don't even like your people, because how could you? There's a side of you that's guilty for knowing that, the only way for you to quote unquote be free was to hurt your own. And then you think about those people who did all of that to get free. And then they mad because here it is, these other people, they got free, just taking the whips and didn't have to turn on their own. So then these people will come and have, anger with you. So for me, I think the nigga yard people are way more, separatist than the coons and buffoons. Because coons and buffoons, they don't really want a problem. They just want to, blend in. You know what I mean? So for them, it's different. You niggas in the yard, man, y'all keep trying to prove that you white worthy. And in your mind of being white worthy is to separate yourselves from black. And the only way to separate yourself from black is to do what you see everybody else do to black, and that's beat them down. You understand what I'm saying? So it's 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 like I think that the nigga yards are way more dangerous because we not allowed to call them out. We not allowed to call out the nigga yards. We allowed to call out the coons and the buffoons, sure. But the niggas in the yard, we ain't allowed for that. And I'm gonna watch the algorithm, so I think that should be enough for those words from me. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to put that out there. So let me put this song on real quick. This is Apache, a Gangsta Bitch, right? And I'm gonna play this for y'all real quick. Yeah. My fault. Hold on, why is it doing that? My fault. Here we go.
I need a gangsta bitch. I want a gangsta bitch, yo. I want a gangsta boogie with my. I need a gangsta bitch. I want a gangsta bitch, yo. I want a gangsta boogie with my. I need a gangster bitch. She don't sleep and she don't play. Sticking up girls from around the fucking way. Strapped but lovable, hateful but huggable. Always in trouble and definitely fuckable. See her now, booms and pows, she's my friend. Puffing on a blunt, sipping on a Heineken. She's got charm, a firearm to match mine. Going to the movies, packing his and her nines. Wearing Carhartt and leather, motherfuck the weather. On Valentine's Day, doing stick-ups together. No one to blame, no shame in the game. And when we fuck, she makes me scream out her name. She's not petty, confident, ready. Right for late night, we play fight with machetes. This goes out to all the gangster hoe pros. Give me a ghetto girl, fuck a soul train ho. I need a gangster bitch, yo. I want a gangster bitch. I want a with my. I want a gangster bitch, yo. I need a gangster bitch. I want a with my. I want a. She likes to party with a posse and drink beer. Pour a little bit out for the sisters who ain't here. She's not the one. Player, you might get done. Her idea of fun's taking her son shopping for a gun. Likes to dress to impress, quick to attack. When your punk ass boys run, you know she's got your back. In a Benz with her friend's AMG kid. Driving down the street pumping
Apache, you ain't shit.
Snapping on niggas, taking no shorts. Sitting on a porch, pulling on a Newport. Mind the business, knows cause she hears things. Fat herringbone and diamond-studded earrings. She's a thoroughbred, walks and talks with class. Try to get fast, she just might slap your ass. Come meet my mom's, but the two might not click. Parents just don't understand. I need a gangster bitch. I want a gangster bitch, yo. I want a with my. I want a gangster bitch, yo. I want a gangster bitch. I want a with my. I want a. I had a church girl, quiet girl. One girl was rich. The most memorable girl was a gangsta bitch. We went out a lot, sometimes we dressed the same. Licking shots in the park and had pet names. I called her dollars cause that's what she liked to spend. She called me Diamond cause my dick was her best friend. If you owed her dough, then you had to pay. Bought her an AK for her 21st birthday. We packed up and shacked up, didn't need a job. Engaged to a criminal and married to the mob. I gave him C's injuries and beat him down. While she's picking up keys from uptown. Sad to say, one day got caught out there. I shed tears when the judge said 5 years. She's gone now, so it's time to make my switch. So who'll be my next gangsta bitch? I need a gangsta bitch, yo. I want a gangsta bitch. I want a with my. I need a. I want a gangsta bitch. I want a gangsta bitch, yo. I want a with my. I need a. I want a. Yeah. Yeah, this shit goes out to all the gangsta bitches uptown, all the gangsta bitches in Brooklyn, Long Island, Queens, Boogie Down Bronx, Staten Island, Mount Vernon, Chilltown, JC, Naughtyville, EO, and New York, the brick motherfucking city.
As you know, I get personal. You know what I'm saying? As you know, this is 365 and the revolution is not die. Revolution is very, very important to me. So everything that I'm talking about has a personal aspect to it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, when I think of this, I think of my mom. You know what I mean? I explain my aunt, when the dilemmas that, like somebody getting killed on my neighborhood and shit. Sorry. Yeah, so, I think about my mom. You know what I mean? I told you about my aunt, her being, a prostitute and, through Brenda's got a baby. Right? So, Gangsta Bitch, I personally, like I said, didn't approve of the method. That's why I never ever dated females. I mean, I've, messed with females who are street, but I've never ever, dated. That's why when my son's mother was in pursuit of the whole ghetto fabulous, that whole ghetto, pursuit, I wasn't with it. She couldn't understand why that shit was turning my stomach. Like when you young, you can't understand the impact of somebody else. Like, so you trying to pursue a lifestyle and you thinking I'm in that lifestyle, so you want me to indoctrinate you into that. And I'm like, nah, I don't want a gangster. Like, I didn't want that in my life. I already had it. I seen the damage of that. And the reason why I'm saying that is my niece, to this day, she always gives big up, to my mom. And so, me, when my niece was young, she was very important to me. I mean, I don't care where I'm at, because I was always out of town. I was always, Virginia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, wherever. I don't even give a fuck. Wherever I was at, if I came back into town between my niece and my goddaughter, I'm checking on. You know what I mean? Like that shit. Like a lot of people be thinking, oh, you checking on everybody there. Like, nah, not really. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me twisted. I got love for the rest of y'all, but y'all grown. You know what I mean? So I've always cared about the future. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'll check on them. Everybody else, they just, an added attraction. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, my niece, she, my grandmother, I got a gangster grandma because, my mom went to jail for transporting drugs. I believe she got caught with a half a kilo or something like that. I was young, and I don't really care what she got caught with because that ain't my fucking business. You know what I mean? And I'm not promoting. But yeah, she got caught transporting. Now, did she snitch or not? I don't know. Like I said, so I'm not even. You know what I mean? I'm not giving her no props or nothing. So I don't know. Don't think that I'm suggesting she did or she didn't. I really, truly don't know. Don't care. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is that's what my niece bigs. She bigs up this whole gangster that you ain't even that. You working, you raising your children, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you big that up. And she couldn't and still can't understand why there's this gap in our relationship. Cause she'll reach out to me. I haven't spoken to her in about a year. You know what I mean? But I'll probably reach back out to her. You know what I mean? But she just can't understand. Everybody gets mad at me because I hold these values and principles. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that, and I didn't want that for, you know, the women. You know what I mean? Not that. You know what I mean? If you was gonna make yourselves soldiers and warriors, fine. But that gangster lifestyle, it was destructive towards the men. How was it gonna be any better for the women? You understand what I'm saying? I'm the result of a gangster mom, according to my niece, right? She got the old gangster grandma. I'm the results of that. Why the fuck would I want to see that in anybody else? That's a self-loathing, self-hating thing. I would never want that. I went through it young, so me acknowledging this and me hearing this song was all when I was young. There was no way I was ever gonna find this to be an attractive song. Gangsta bitch. I don't see that as attractive. Like I told you, my ex girls is doctors, dance. I mean, professional dancers. You know what I mean? Like Alvin Ailey. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And even my son's mother. She got her nursing degree. You know what I mean? So I can't never see gangster good. Gangster is white, first of all. You know what I mean? And the last thing I want is a gangster bitch because the gangsters kept it. I'd rather it like the gangsters. The gangsters kept the women away from it. That's why it was the thing, no women and children. Because they wasn't involved. They didn't even have a voice in it. So whatever decisions that were made, it was strictly on the man. If she had a voice in it, yeah, I don't like Henry either. Now, if things go wrong, who else can be on the list because you put a battery in that? You understand what I'm saying? These are not things that women were supposed to be indulging in. And for the women, that's why when you see a female who had pardon me here. You know, the last thing you wanted to do was involve, women into that because there's no turning back. Like if you got a woman and she's really a widow, no husband, and you know what I mean. She's supposed to be picked up, not picked up in a bad way, not like that, but she's supposed to be received by a good person. She's not supposed to be desperate enough to where she has to pick up men from the street to be her spouse. Like that's why when I was in the streets, it wasn't, a prudence. It was, I'm not that role model for them children, for any children that would be. How can I be a role model for them? Here it is. Let me give you a story. One time I was living with a shorty. I was in transition from one apartment to another. So I was chilling, I was at my shorty's crib. I didn't live with her before then, and I got my crib after. So at that time, I was in Connecticut. So I was waiting for my apartment to come. And so, you know, I was messing with her, so she was like, "Yo, move in for a while." Anyway, she had a little brother and sister that was in her crib with her mom. Mom didn't use drugs, but she you could tell she had like problems. You know what I mean? So I didn't feel comfortable being there for that reason as well. Because that's you having to take a responsibility for things, and I was already, you know, in the streets. I didn't want to, put any more on myself in that environment because I shouldn't be in that environment. I wasn't selling out of there. I wasn't, you know what I mean? It was just the fact that I was there. I had product there. You know what I mean? It wasn't good. And so what happened is one day, her little brother, I had a scale. It was like one of them little blue ones, and it had like a little case, so you couldn't really tell what it was. And he was young, you know what I mean? So he wound up taking the scale to school and thinking it was a game, you know what I mean? But then he came back to the crib, and I forgot something that happened to where we found out about it, and I just took it from. I never even broke it down to him, but I didn't want him to have that information. Like I'm like the Bible in that sense of God. Like there's a tree, just don't leave the tree alone. You don't want to know that information. And if somebody else tells you and they thinking they doing you a favor, they not really doing you the favor. You know what I mean? I'm not doing you no harm by not telling you something that you don't need to know. You understand what I'm saying? And when you find out, you can judge me and say, "Oh, this person didn't tell me," but the information that you finding out now is going to put you in way more danger than not knowing the information, right? A gun is dangerous, right? Knowing where the gun is at is way more dangerous for the child. If you got the gun in the safe place, you know what I mean, like in a box and locked up, what does it serve that child to know where that's at? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what does it serve the child? You know what I mean? So, in those senses, like, is what I mean by that. So when I talk about, like I said, my mom, when I'm thinking about this song, I think about my mom. And I think of somebody who was destructive, based on that system, that mindset, that lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? So, and now I'm looking at society today, even down to um Power Book 2, and you seeing Mary J. Blige running around, pulling out guns, choking up her daughters. Like it's showing you that lifestyle is destructive. I hate this show, but I hate it because nobody is seeing it for that. They not seeing what all of those things are destructive. Especially the children. They not, how could they? They not analyzing life. They ain't live life yet. They're learning life through that show. And that's why it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Gangsta Bitch was bad for our generation. You know what I mean? This is going to actually be a three-part because there's three songs and they all really connected, you know what I'm saying, in the same way. And now look, when we look at the video, what do you notice you seeing? red and blue ganging, and this was in the 80s in the fucking in Jersey. You understand what I'm saying? So the promotion and all of that was set in place. It was set in place. You know what I mean? It was set in place, and we can't do nothing about it, about the past. So we can step in with the president going, wait a minute. This is what's being promoted. The messages are coming through the screens, the bombardment of imagery. How do we look on screen? Think about how they got the sisters looking. Think about how they got them looking, seriously. Think about the statements that they make about, oh, she man hands and manly this and manly that, attitude this. Think about the roles, the highly sexed, roles, the position. You know what I mean? We're not even talking about the dudes. I'm not even talking about this episode is about the female. So think about how you look on that screen. What images are they putting out of you? You understand what I'm saying? Like Archer, the black girl on there, the way the little slit thing, Titans, the way they give it up to us there. I'm like, I don't watch a lot of TV, so you gotta forgive me. You know what I mean? Pardon me, I keep trying not to mess this wire up. You gotta forgive me. You know what I mean? If I'm not naming out all of the shows, you know what I mean? And I'll take the time to really break that down. But the fact is that the sisters is not getting a good image, and it's just a replacement of our image. Gangsta Bitch. You know what I mean? Now she's running around, females talking about suck my dick and all of this stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, tell me, lick your clit. You know I'm gonna do it, so you ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you like this: thinking that stuff about big shit, a nigga might take you a transvestite or some shit and knock you the fuck out. Alright? So you keep playing with that shit. You young girls, you know what I'm saying? It's getting worse, man. You know what I mean? Because, the images is only gonna be way more destructive for the next generation of males. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more destructive because who's gonna be raising the women? And if she's thinking gangster and this, that, and the third, and she could have a child and hide it. The stupidity of that shit. Like I'm on the Power. Monet. I think that's the name, Monet, right? The stupidity of that shit. So she has a child, right, out of wedlock or whatever, so which we wouldn't care. I don't see how this is a factor, like in the black community. Now, maybe in the 60s or some shit like that, you know what I mean? But now, nobody's sending you out of town, you know what I'm saying, for a summer vacation so the baby will come up, it's missing, you know what I mean? Nobody doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit over with. After Madonna said, Papa don't preach, everybody just fell the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the fuck that went. So, I look at the Monet thing and I say that's it's trading places. I didn't get my smoke going over there. You know what I mean? Like, that's just trading places. We don't need to trade any more places. Women will tell you that dudes did fucked up shit. We don't need, the hidden of y'all fucked up shit. Because we don't need no more of that. We need this shit to end. So for me, like I said, people could never understand how I was turned off by that ghetto mentality in females. I don't even like it in dudes, you know what I mean? But I don't have to deal with dudes in my personal life. So that's their business. Because when I come out on the street, I got to deal with them. But that ghetto mentality is magnified by the ghetto women they deal with or pursuing. You understand what I'm saying? His problem was really only the ability to go out on the streets and hustle and all of that. You know what I mean? But the real power comes from y'all. So for me, like I said, I mean, with my, upbringing, the damage that I went through with my mom, the things that I knew, from aunts with an S. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, and the things that I learned about my uncles, I didn't know them. I knew my aunts. You know what I mean? I didn't really know males in my family except my pops and, like uncles in Jamaica and shit. But you ain't around them like that, so that don't count. I'm talking about knowing. You know what I mean? Like I knew my aunts. I knew, my pops and my grandmother. So I really just knew more women. So, and my brother, you know what I'm saying? But rest in peace to him. But, it's like as far as, everything else, because it's like, damn, okay, I got two older sisters, a cousin that's older, a younger cousin. These are all females, my aunt. Like, you know what I mean? It was all like female. Like it's really just me, my pops, and my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, I never thought about it like that. You know what I mean? Because we just more spread out. But the point that I'm making is, and we can't do nothing about it now. The plague is already there. They put it out there. So for me, it was what killed me. What killed me wanting to even be, like, even around the system. You know what I mean? Because they was embracing the destruction. You know what I mean? Like, you looking for the people to take you away from destruction. If the people, if women love you for you and not the material, right? The destruction wouldn't be there because then his concern would listen. Nature is to reproduce, right? Nature is to reproduce. Puberty hits. Fuck all of this shit. Anybody talking. Me, you, anybody. You gonna wanna make. You understand what I'm saying? And if we're in a impoverished place, right? And we don't want to be there, right? And you get teased, all of these type of things. You're gonna wanna still get the woman, because at the end of the day, that's what your plan is, to get the female. You know what I mean? I'm talking in the male aspect. You know what I mean? So, you're gonna do what you need to do, right? And so then when you got these, money over everything and, these mentalities added with that, where or what is going to be the final results in that situation? You after a female, you're taking on female life. You understand what I'm saying? Because you ain't gotta like think like a man. Shit, you thinking like a woman right there in order to pull her, you Excuse me, drop my own. Burn it.
I want a gangsta bitch. I want a gangsta bitch. Yo,
Smoke.
I want a.
Yeah.
I need a. I want a.
You gonna take that,
This shit goes out
you
to all
know,
the gangsta bitches uptown.
that
Gangsta
opportunity.
bitches in Brooklyn, Long
You
Island.
know what I'm saying? Anybody, if you in a impoverished situation, you're gonna try to come out of that impoverished situation. If if you were not encouraged to get it outside, meaning that okay,
You know what I need, baby? I need
if she's attracted to the urban look, right? And your main objective is to get to her first, right? Where are you gonna find the urban? You're not gonna go into the Korean town and find the urban look. You're not gonna go into white man's town and find the urban look. You're not gonna go in Puerto Rico or anywhere else. You gonna find it right next to you because you seeing what she's attracted to, right? So it's a universal thing. Everybody is connected to this outside desire. And as long as that outside desire is what it is, we are gonna head or stay in a state of destruction. That's just the fact. So me, I saw that. I seen, I knew the hell and I knew what it was over. I knew the drugs. I knew, you know what I'm saying? Young or not, motherfucker, I'm suffering from this shit. Fuck, motherfucker, I ain't blind. That's why when people think that little kids don't know, uh-uh. Uh-uh. You know what I mean? Be honest without being grown. You understand what I mean? Like, be honest without being grown. Give reality and its proper dose. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have a problem with somebody saying, Santa Claus ain't real. Like a child, like the brother telling the other brother or sister, Santa Claus ain't real. That kid knows when that child is at the state. You know what I mean? And when you start, easing up on things and information and the child picks up and just winds up one day like, Santa Claus ain't real. You know what I mean? For real? It's just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mommy and daddy, or they just, you know what I mean? And you don't, you're supposed to make these realities come true. You give little doses because you want an incentive, meaning that you want your child to be fucking good. Around, listen, Santa Claus disappears after like 7. That's just shit the way reality. Cause after 7, listen, man, your child just acting up. Period. You know what I mean? So I'm not playing no games after 7 with, is Santa Claus real? You know what I mean? Let this be the last time I fucking have to go through some shit to get you to do the right fucking thing. That's just how that's gonna work. You know what I mean? But you do other things. Like, I don't know. It's like you can't tell everybody what to do, but I just know you're supposed to do things in increments. You know what I mean? So for me, like I said, with this, when I'm thinking about um this whole song, rest in peace once again to Apache. You know what I mean? This is nothing against him, but I just never ever got into this song. And when I'm looking now, as I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about society that we in today. I said, yeah, this was definitely a call that I made correctly on time. This can't be a good thing. But like I said, I'm looking at it from the eyes of a child, a motherless child. You know, they go, sometimes I feel like a motherless. Matter of fact, thanks. I'm gonna bring um I do a song on that Ghostface. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I was saying on this one right here, basically I'm looking at it through the eyes of a motherless child. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeing it. I know the damage of that. I know because I'm living it. I know the pain of, you know, um, just certain things. You know what I mean? It's not jealousy. It's not like you jealous of the person themselves. Like who the fuck you know that ain't got a mother? You know what I mean? So, you're not jealous of them. You know what I mean? You just disappointed in the one you got because, um, I don't know, because of them, their nature. You know what I mean? And you just like, shit, I got the luck of the draw and shit. You know what I mean? But, with that, but like I said, that's that gangster mentality. She embraces it, right? She embraces it, so clearly it's that gangster mentality. Hold on, I didn't know it was probably that loud. Let me bring this down a bit. Um, yeah, so it's like that gangster mentality that I'm totally against. Totally. You know what I mean? I don't like it in dudes. I talk down on it in dudes. Damn sure is not gonna find it attractive in female. And now look, they turn so gangster due to niggas not having bread and crashing in their houses and giving them the green light to talk tough so they can send them out there to get killed because niggas wasn't paying bills, so fucking send that nigga to jail or whatever. You know what I mean? Like niggas became expendable. You know what I mean? And when they became expendable, that role was still held. It's like um what's the name of this fucking movie? Birds of Prey. When you looking at Birds of Prey and you seeing um Harlequin and she's talking about the Joker, she's having the beat and she's fronting like she's still fucking with the Joker and she says yeah because if they know that she ain't fucking with him no more, she dead. You see what I'm saying? So that was what was happening in the street. A lot of people, a lot of dudes were being expendable, using them. And then the same people that was using them, we in the 2000s, oh, niggas is gay in jail and this, that, and that. Wait a minute. When you had beef and niggas was coming and handle, oh, you telling me all of those motherfuckers is gay too? Right? You telling me all the times that you said, yo, my uncle, and then he comes home and winds up doing something and going back, that nigga gay too, because he just loved just going to jail. And, he just loved getting, right? Like, a motherfucker will throw you to the wolves when they are the ones responsible. You gotta watch a motherfucker who will make any excuse for not wanting to go, okay, I play a part in that. You know what I'm saying? But to play a part in that means that you have to come through and really be gangster. Really be, vigilant, making sure he got the work still coming through and all of that. That ain't what's happening. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? It becomes, oh, I gotta survive. So then while you gotta survive, you slandering another motherfucker, putting out a bad fucking rap on somebody else just to hide your inability to be gangster. As long as you can link up with a new nigga and he lived a new life with you, you gangster. Cause that's your gangster. Your gangster is like how niggas bust their guns. You know what I mean? You get a nigga to get locked up or something. I don't know. I'm talking about for the gangster bitches, not the women. So that's the reason why I say it's no good for gangster bitches because their version of gangster is grimy in the female element. It wasn't busting guns. It was setting traps and all of that, finessing and all of that. Nigga, that's you right next to them too. Fuck is the matter with you, stupid? So you promoting gangster. Hell no, I don't want you like that. I don't even want to know niggas like this. Told you, man, my grandma told me, well, my pops, I had like 15 dudes on my porch one day. But I had like one out of like a two car garage. So on top of it is, you know, like the porch. You know what I mean? So listen, you know, we on top of there now. It's like a that then it's like a little under thing, you know what I mean? And then you go into the house. So the the porch is basically an extension. You know what I mean? It's like it's sticking out from the house, but you still walk up the stairs and everything to get to the first floor. You know what I mean? So to the main floor. The point that I'm making is we are up there all hanging out. And from there, when my pops asked me, you love me and the whole thing, and your grandma, you got people here, these dudes, this type of people. And, you know, and I'm 16. At 16, I understood that. Why would I want a female like that as well? I was trained from 16, you can't trust these type of people. Now you want me to trust a female whose brothers, cousins, all of that, raising them and making them think this shit is cute. Oh, I know about drugs. Yeah, my brother, he showed me you thinking all of that shit is cute. And those are the same people jumping in people's faces, and that shit is corny. That shit was stupid. That was the worst thing that we ever fucking did to our community. Gangster bitches. Gangster bitches was not a fucking good thing. How the fuck was that a good idea? Logically, how the fuck was gangster bitches a good idea for the community? And so that was like a side of me that like my antennas was now, you know, alert for the person that I'm supposed to be, you know, comfortable with. But you embracing that lifestyle. Once the women embrace it, there go the children. Now you're raising the children to be gangbangers and, you know, all of that as well. Remember, this is the 80s. Think about all of these communities and all of the things you're seeing, right? This is a development from the 80s. Go before the 80s and you'll see a different development. Going to the 60s. From the 60s, put it like this, from the 60s to the 80s, it was a whole different development of men and women and how they structured us then. This right here, this 80s, you know, gangster bitch, like, look where we at today behind that. You know, so I always saw the future. If I can pull out great MCs and go, yo, that person right there, they gonna be hot. Same way I heard this. I knew the song was hot because everybody was on it. But I also knew, and that's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? I done studied movies and I mean, I'm watching movies even then. I'm one of them people. You know what I mean? So here it is. I'm looking, reading. I'm like, nah, man. Like this shit right here is like Scarface, a bad promotion, a bad promotion. You know what I mean? Like I hated Scarface. I still hate Scarface. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a scar on Scarface because I was working on a movie. It's called Manolo Theory, right? And so, I'm working on like a script where Manolo lived. You know what I mean? Remember, at the end, Manolo got shot. He got shot in the gut. Anybody who knows about getting shot in the gut, that's not like an immediate kill. You know what I mean? It ain't like he shot him in the heart or he shot him in the, you know what I mean? He could have lived. I'm putting a strong possibility of living there. You know what I mean? And so the story picks up from there, but it also takes you through um his time with Tony. And like I'm not gonna tell you no more about it, but when I do the Manolo theory, I'm a, I'll give you the breakdown. Hope you like that as well. I mean, it's ill. Like if you look at it, you know what I mean. So I want to pitch the movie. I want to, you know what I'm saying. But first, I want to get it out there. But I want to do it like this, so that way it's copyright. I've been putting it out there. I told some people with, you know what I mean. I mean, from different places. So it's just like I'm finally lay it down and shit. That's why I always even been scared to, even when I was on Facebook and shit, to even talk about it because I didn't want everybody to understand what I was saying and shit. Like a script, you know what I mean? So anyway, um, like I said, just me thinking about my life. You know what I mean? You know, um, this is what this is all about, the revolution and how like these are the things that, you know, even though it stayed inside me, it's still inside me. It's not my belief no more. You know what I'm saying? I accept whatever it is I'm in. Whatever this is what it is. You know what I mean? But when I was younger, I truly believed in the revolution. You know what I mean? But when I saw these things right here and being a like an Athena's child, Tupac, like, situation, same mentality, same people, you know what I mean? Just in, actually the same area. So, you know what I mean? So it's it's one of those type of things where, you know what I mean, you look and you understand and you go, you know, we come from a different mentality, a different situation. So would we become cautious of the people where you love them, but you see that they love what you hate? You understand what I'm saying? It's like imagine you love them because you love yourself, right? But you can't fuck with them because they fuck with what you hate, not the the material of it. Nah, silk, whatever, oh rayon, whatever the material. Nah, not that. Like it's the if I wear this, I'm accepted because this is that America. You understand what I'm saying? It's that America. And if it's that America, once it's no longer just a silk shirt. It's that America. You know what I mean? And that's for everything. Oh, I went to college. That's that America. Because college is only valuable, right? If you're going there for something, not to figure it out while you're there, just so you can say, I'm in college. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's that America. You just trying to say I'm in college. So, yeah, I mean, I went there, you know, what do you took up? Associates. My I got my associates in bachelor's of science, or what I mean. I'm just high right now, but like it's a whole bunch, like 80% of that shit is for them to get money, or for you just chasing that America. Where like if you was going for a doctor, if you was going for um like teaching and things where these things are certified, like where you situating yourself in something, not just random information. And that's how they also screw the work system. They convinced you to pay to work because they didn't have no job. They was outsourcing. So they was training America, right, to chase the American dream. But there was no America. So, they could put the commercials, the movies, everything, pumping that. And we ate it up. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So when they pump this in our community, the gangs and the imagery, you know, we ate it up. So I'm telling the new blacks, right? Your sisters, y'all the ones in control now. They, the ball is yours, right? Excuse me, I didn't realize it was blowing in the camera. The ball is yours. That's what I'm telling you. The ball is yours. Let's face it. The brothers is locked up, dead. I'm gonna say dead, right? Because they closing the prisons, right? Because crime is low. Where the fuck, with all the mass incarceration, where the fuck did all of those people go? Ask yourself that. Mass incarceration from the Clinton era to now. Where's all those people? All of a sudden we got pandemics, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to clean the numbers up. Fuck is everybody going? Then you need to cause these wars, these open mic battle beef, bullets blazing type shit with the internet. You know what I mean? And I'm not a communist or nothing, so don't think this, but I think the monetizing of your children's internet use should be installed. I'm sorry to say it. I think a child should only get an hour and a half of internet use, and that's phone, video games. I don't give a fuck. Hour and a half of free internet time, and then you like on the weekends you give them three each of those days. You understand what I'm saying? Straight life. Everything else, now you gotta do the anything outside of that. Your internet use is restricted to these type of things. You could, if you can find this information, some entertaining, information on it, more fucking power to you. I give you all the power in the world. You find some powerful entertainment in any of these subject matters, I'm gonna support you. You know what I mean? But as far as you just using it for, you know, sporadic socializing for sporadic reasons of nah, we're not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Nah. This is how this is being created. I hate to tell you. It's easy for them to corrupt your kid because nobody is monitoring. Just like it was with the commercials and the TV shows of our day. TV dead now. So they got other ways to do it. And we damn sure ain't paying no fucking attention. Clearly. You know what I mean? So I think China is on to something with that. But like I said, that's something different. I ain't gonna be lecturing on every damn thing, but um, like I said, this is just something that I came across, and I thought about. I said, I gotta do a song. I gotta do this one because it's a three song. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you the other two. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna do the other two first, and then I'm gonna drop the the ghost space. Yeah, cause I want to do the that um what was that song? I know it was with Mary J. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, that's good because then she's on the I've been talking about it through the Power Book Two. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me. Um, Power Book Two. 50 Cent 50 Cent went to the dark side. You know what I mean? In order to tell his, in order for like 50 Cent is the opposite of um Kanye West to me right now. That's yeah. 50 Cent is the opposite. Like Kanye West been I guess trying to like he's becoming like this advocate for the male. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas 50 Cent was done wrong by his baby mother. So he figured to me, this is just observation. You know what I mean? My personal observation. That he tried to tell his story of, your mom, yada yada yada, or whatever the case may be, right? Um, but in order to tell that story, you gotta promote all of these other things, all of these m- modern things is going to be implanted into that story. It's gonna be the clips is gonna be immediate. You're not gonna know what gonna be next. So bang, you can't even turn your face. Not a build up. You know what I mean? So the whole story is compromised. It became a what you call that? empire um tactic. You know what I mean? Mentally, psychologically, the cutting, the editing, the story. You understand what I'm saying? It became an empire. You know what I mean? Type of show. You know, for me, you know what I mean? This is all me observation. You know what I mean? So I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? We got our cookie, which is Monet. She busting the hammer, wilding out, and you know we got what's my man who 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 became the gay Tupac? Um, what's his name? Smolder, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't watch the show, so I don't know what his name was on the show either. I forgot. But what is the other kid? I know it's the brother, right? Anyway, you know what I mean? They, you look at that show, is you know, like you be like, hey man, this is looking like a lot of this is looking real empire-ish right now. I guess I guess Ghost is Lucius and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Lucius didn't Lucius go to jail? Lucius went to jail, right? I don't know. I told you. I just see season one. The shit started happening. I said, "Hold on." He started to tick me off at the end of the season. Then he kept it up in season two. I think I made it like um 3 episodes in season two, and that was it for me. You know what I mean? I think 'cause I know I was locked up at that time. I know somebody was telling me check out an episode. He was like, yo, the nigga went to a rap battle. Yeah, oh shit. He went to this rap battle and fucking sung. Nobody stopped and said, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Nobody. Nobody said, homie, take that shit to, take that shit to Lyricist Lounge or some shit. I don't know where the fuck you should take that shit to, but get that shit the fuck out of here. This is a rap battle, for one. You know what I mean? Then they acted like, he was actually better than the dude that he was fucking rhyming against. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is. I can't watch this no more. I said, you done disrespected the whole culture. I'm waiting for a motherfucker to come up on that fucking stage at one of them, oh shit, I shouldn't put this out there, but I'm gonna say it. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a skit about it. I'm gonna do a skit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I got my camera up. I'm gonna do a skit. Um, Imagine you at URL and the niggas start battling and the nigga catch the nigga. Like, what you gonna do? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know what's the name's been accused of messing with the trannies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But just think, just for real, just think of this shit, right? You forget the camera right there. But just think of this shit, right? The nigga, the nigga get, oh shit. Yo, like just think of this, right? The nigga on stage and he, and he do some shit, he winds up catching the nigga, or even coming up on stage and doing that. Or a tranny or some shit getting up there. What you gonna do? I'm waiting for the day to see it. I don't wanna. Don't think this is a good wait. This is me officially walking away from the whole shit. Cause I don't watch TV. I don't engage in none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, do the movies unless, I come across it. So, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing like I'm pursuing, is what I'm saying. So just know that. I wanna hear today, yo, son, y'all already calling men cis. A cis male. Think about that, cis. You put in this female this female in front of the male. They done rocked you, niggas. They done rocked you, cis male. Cis. You they done rocked you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no fucking sense, dude. It's okay though. You know what I'm saying? But for these niggas with any common sense, just pay attention to that shit. I mean, seriously. You know what I mean? Just pay attention to that. Fucking cis males. Fuck is a fucking cis male? No, no, no. I don't give a fuck how you try to explain it. Let's get that shit straight. You might find a way to explain it, but I don't want to hear it. All right? It's like I don't want to hear somebody telling me it's not dreadlock. No, it's locks. No, that's some scary being accepted shit. Those are dreadlocks, motherfucker. Before you went to your salon and femitized them and made them all nice. Fuck out of here. Those are fucking dreadlocks. Dreadlock rosters. So you're taking somebody's shit, and because you wanna be with the culture, but you still want the kids wear the ass, you say, hey, no, 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 these ain't. That's why I respect. Like I get mad for them, but I get mad at them, but I respect them for not letting you come in, like with the dreadlocks at work, because they're like, nah, nah, you don't want them to be dreadlocks. You gotta. We know what the beef is. Those are the dreadlocks. They said fuck us, right? So if you gonna come into our culture, meaning their work environment, you gotta remain that. You gotta walk in that courthouse with your dreadlocks and all of that. If you're gonna be a lawyer and all of it, like you gotta hold that down. Can't talk about these ain't dreadlocks. These are locks, like Goldilocks. Goldilocks. Yeah, yeah. You think we don't know what the fuck you mean? That's why you put your little color in them shits. Nah, these ain't dreadlocks. Oh, these are Goldilocks. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So that's just how I'm on it personally. You know what I mean? That's just how I'm on it. I don't know. I don't know what anybody else is on. That's what I'm on. Forgive me, I'm over here. Um, yeah, I usually pack my weed. That's why I pack it down because I don't like when the ends be, all that fucking weed get in your mouth and shit. Hate that shit. Like I tell you, this is not an attack on the females at all. This is actually, just saying, where I personally saw where the females was under attack. The indoctrination of a gangster bitch is where the indoctrination and the attack on her began. They already had us. By this time, the gang indoctrinations and killing, like I said, you look into the videos, you see everything here was, this super mass, even, outside of New York, it's that same. everything, the diddy bopping, the hardcore. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Push. You know what I mean? The building, the whole nine. It was the push. So to say, you wanted this gangster bitch, I don't think that was a good thing. That damn sure wasn't a good thing for the people. You know what I'm saying? And and then the people, every time you say that, it's like everybody looked at you or me like I'm bugging. Like especially when they see you out there, so they really thinking that that's what you want to go home to, and you like, nah. I know what gangster entails. That's not a good thing. That motherfucker get mad at you. That's the type of motherfucker that's gonna put you in harm's way quicker. You shit, a gangster's wife is you know what I mean, ready to fucking off him, but she can't, cause he's rolling with the gangsters, and the gangsters don't fraternize with the women, not their women. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how that works. You know, so it was easy to rope the niggas in if you say, yeah, I'm your partner. I'm shit, she gonna get you the rat, cause she rat, nigga. She rat. You know she rat. And you know you supposed to pardon. And you know you supposed to accept that. Right? If she get busted, children, this, that, and the third, or just the fact that, hey man, oh, you telling on her, but then if she tell it, that's a fool's fucking trade, stupid. You took the sword away. At least with the people around you, the dudes around you, there's a sword there. And everybody understand what that sword was. What you gonna do? Say that to her? What kind of animal are you? You threatening her and right? You can't hold you can't hold her to the same bind that you holding niggas to. Niggas knew. That's when you knew who the soft niggas was, because they stayed home. But then the streets dried up. But then niggas started needing to borrow money, and you know what I'm saying? And more wolves than these, finding out niggas wasn't as wolvish as they thought they were. So money get fucked up. Now niggas is under the wing. And then all of that hate and anger and all of those things come out towards those type of people. And both of them are in that situation. I seen it like a million times. This shit is just crazy. So the last thing you wanted was a gangster bitch. Niggas saying they wanted a gangster bitch was foolish. Like, like young, either very young, you know what I mean? You know, or or trying to find some new suckers to put under, that hustle wing. You know what I mean? It's like a whole bunch of things, but I never seen a gangster female valuable. Not when you the one who has to be around them when the lights and cameras is off. When you the child of that gangster bitch, man, when all of that shit is over, man, that shit ain't attractive. Think about that shit. That shit ain't attractive. When this video shoot is over, right? And this song is over, and they gotta go and be whatever it is, but this is what they saying they wanna be. Look down, but that's where the child is at in all of this. And even if the child ain't there yet, this is what they already indoctrinated they mind to be. all of these rough and horrible things because this is what they chose to convince the world that they are. Me, I always try to like get away from that title. Don't like say I'm in the Bronx and niggas start taking that shit to be like, yo, that nigga juice, yada yada yada. I'm out. Like, cause that's not what it was for. Like, I'm just holding me down. It just so happens a lot of shit is going on because a lot of niggas is, wolves. You know what I mean? And um, like I say like this, I ran with the wolves and swam with the sharks. You know what I mean? That don't mean I'm one of them. I just happen to be fortunate enough, to swim with them. You know what I mean? Like, shit. But at the same time, you know what I mean? If you start taking me for that, uh, you know what I mean? And so here it is, boom, I might be somebody else. I'm still me, but I'm holding it down. It's crazy. Goes somewhere else, not known for ratting, none of that sucker shit. You know what I mean? And these ain't even people that use with um music and all of that shit, promote no new friends, all that. Ain't no nigga can tell you that shit about me. They be like, nah, that nigga held it down. You know what I mean? That nigga held it down. You know what I mean? Because you think about all of the fucking stories or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Think about all of the stories. I'm going to say. These are from different places and whatnot. You understand what I'm saying? These are stories from different places. The one thing is, I'm still here and I'm telling you this, so that means that I'm good there. You dig? You know what I mean? And other people can't do that. They can't, been that thorough to really been in those situations there and just held your own, honorable, noble. I was in on Rice Street. You know what I'm saying, really break it down, but I was in Rice Street and taught niggas how to get out of their fucking cells with a cone, with a little plastic cone. And we pop in the fucking lock because it was like in the summertime and they had like three niggas in a cell. It was like a top and a bottom, and then it was like one on the side. And then I remember, if I'm correct, what happened is they was actually trying to put more people in there and close the fucking doors. You know what I mean? Like niggas was hell fucking nah. So you know what I mean? These are the type of things that you know. I can say I was in. And the central, and mind you, that's just only one piece of the situation and keeping the G out there. That's all in Atlanta. Race Street is Atlanta. You know what I mean? So this is just, you know, um, a history of a person where what's in me or is not gonna say was is the revolution. So meaning that it was always my people. Just so happens my people are not always in um holding the best interest of the people. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be able to know like what to witness. And then from then, you know. So nonetheless, I'm gonna slide out. I'm gonna let this play out one more time, and then I'm gonna hit the bricks. So a minute there. Hey.
I need a gangsta bitch. I want a gangsta bitch, yo. I want a gangsta boogie with my. I need a gangsta bitch. I want a gangsta bitch, yo. I want a gangsta boogie with my. I need a gangsta bitch. She don't sleep and she don't play. Sticking up girls from around the fucking way. Strap lovable, hateful but huggable. Always in trouble and definitely fuckable. See her now, booms and pals, she's my friend. Puffing on a blunt, sipping on a Heineken. She's got charm, a firearm to match mine. Going to the movies, packing his and her nines. Wearing Carhartt and leather, motherfuck the weather. On Valentine's Day, doing stick-ups together. No one to blame, no shame in the game. And when we fuck, she makes me scream out her name. She's not petty, confident, ready. Right for late night, we play fight with machetes. This goes out to all the gangster hoe pros. Give me a ghetto girl, fuck a soul train ho. I need a gangster bitch, yo. I want a gangster bitch. I want a with my. I want a gangster bitch, yo. I need a gangster bitch. I want a with my. I want a. She likes to party with a posse and drink beer. Pour a little bit out for the sisters who ain't here. She's not the one. Player, you might get done. Her idea of fun's taking her son shopping for a gun. Likes to dress to impress, quick to attack. When your punk ass boys run, you know she's got your back. In a Benz with her friends, AMG kid. Driving down the street pumping
Apache, you ain't shit.
Snapping on niggas, taking no shorts. Sitting on a porch, pulling on a Newport. Mind her business, knows cause she hear things. Fat herringbone and diamond-studded earrings. She's a thoroughbred, walks and talks with class. Try to get fast, she just might slap your ass. Come meet my mom's, but the two might not click. Parents just don't understand. I need a gangster bitch. I want a gangster bitch, yo. I want a with my. I want a gangster bitch, yo. I want a gangster bitch. I want a with my. I had a church girl, quiet girl, one girl was rich. The most memorable girl was a gangsta bitch. We went out a lot, sometimes we dressed the same. Licking shots in the park and had pet names. I called her dollars cause that's what she liked to spend. She called me Diamond cause my dick was her best friend. If you owed her dough, then you had to pay. Bought her an AK for her 21st birthday. We packed up and shacked up, didn't need a job. Engaged to a criminal and married to the mob. I gave him C's injuries and beat him down. While she's picking up keys from uptown. Sad to say one day got caught out there. I shed tears when the judge said 5 years. She's gone now, so it's time to make my switch. So who'll be my next gangster bitch? I need a gangster bitch, yo. I want a gangster bitch. I want a with my. I want a gangster bitch. I want a gangster bitch, yo. I want a with my. Yeah, this shit goes out to all the gangster bitches uptown. All the gangster bitches in Brooklyn, Long Island, Queens, Boogie Down Bronx, Staten Island, Mount Vernon, Chilltown, JC, Naughtyville, EO, and North the Brick motherfucking city. This goes out to all the gangster bitches. Every motherfucking way. Yeah, you know what I need, baby. I need a gangster bitch. Yeah. Yo, honey, check this out.
Keep that in mind. You know, even as a young child, I was seeing it different. But that's not to be glorified. You know what I mean? That's not to be glorified as if, oh, I was, um, um, wise beyond my years. Any, nah. It was personal experience. You know what I'm saying? Observation through personal experience. That made me say, this is not a good move. And I know I definitely don't want to involve myself in it. You know what I mean? So my selection became small. Because even when I went to college, it seemed like it didn't make a difference. You know what I mean? The church girls is probably the best. You know, I ain't gonna lie. You know, church girls is definitely the most um, constructive, should I say. Not to say that it ain't there in that situation too. I'm just saying, um, and when I say matter of fact, no, I'm not even gonna say church girls, I'm gonna say religious female and Caribbean female. But I'm just saying, this is just globally. Females with religious structure. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying which one because wherever you at, it could be that other one. You know what I mean? Like, say if this is the majority, that don't mean that that's always necessarily the one. It could be some little side groups, and they're not. You know what I mean? They holding it down because environment, makes them the more righteous and pure one. You know what I mean? It's just what it is and shit. So, you know what I mean? That's why I say it's no judgment. It's just saying situation is the it's true judgment. Environment, understanding. You know what I mean? So it's not me. It wasn't me ever holding judgment on the individual. It's holding judgment on the promotion of that America. You know, that's what I'm saying. That America. And that's what I was against. That America. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, not America, not destruction, not law, not all of that shit is correct. Why would I have a problem with any of those things? It's those things in that America. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, if that America was the America, then cool. But if it has always been a separate America, right there, it's the conflict. When I seen stuff like this, because I know that was given to us by that America, but it wasn't what they was taking. Their passing the torch was different. It was getting this, empire was passed down to the daughter, or like, look at the TV shows and the movies. This is all telling you, you know what I mean, all the different, whether it was, the Inside Job, and all of these shows. You know what I mean? Like, all of these shows. So, they told you how they passed it on. But then you also look and you see how we inherited through what our sisters inherited. Strip clubs and making it rain, and all right. That's what and then we left with Cardi B's and all of these. No offense to any of these people. You know what I mean? It's just pointing out, what we seem to go on the internet and complain about, like, oh, Cardi B this, that. I'm confused. That's that America. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You all running to try to get to that America. Don't get at her or Nikki or any of them. Like, why? Why are you getting at them? Like somebody like me can mention their name. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not getting at them because they're not separated from you. You not you and them are the same. Only difference between Cardi B and you is Cardi B made it, and you still trying. So you mad until you make it. That's it. That's the only fucking difference. You know what I mean? If you go in the other direction, you wouldn't be mad at Cardi B. You accept Cardi B and just be mad at every fucking. You know what I'm saying? But you're not mad at everybody in a hateful way. You're like, it's not, but it sounds like that, but it's really not. It's not like, oh, I don't want you to. Like, hey, like, keep succeeding because clearly every fucking body else is trying to chase that same dream too. So don't be letting them fucking slow you down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the minute you see somebody in pursuit of something, and then they hating, that's hating. Yeah. Now if you going in the opposite direction and you just so you can, cast a judgment. Not to say your judgment is right or wrong, but you can cast a judgment. If you know what I mean. I don't care what people say, hey, listen, this ain't church. In real life you fucking judging people. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you are like me, judgment happens when you hold uh, um, a purist, of it. Meaning that I can't be at the Oscars, being mad at an actor, and I'm an actor. So really, I'm just mad because I didn't get picked, or oh, I think the attitude is this. This is all personal. You know what I mean? Whereas, say, somebody and um, cosmetology or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even then, it's like that's too close because they, the same kind. They can run, I don't know, into each other or some shit. I'm like a mechanic and shit. You know what I mean? Just some random person. You know what I mean? And they never seen them. Don't really have no invested interest in that. They are allowed to cast a judgment on that industry. They can be like, yeah, that's the actors, this, that, and the third, because from a standpoint of an observer, people hate when you can see them. You know what I mean? So, oh, don't judge me as saying, oh, I'm naked. That's what don't judge me really means. It means I'm naked. Somebody seen me. They stripped me. They exposed me. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's what the fuck that is. They naked. Oh, don't judge me. Only God can judge me. Because remember, who's going to see you in your purest form? God. You're going to be naked, right? So, until then, I'm not supposed to be seen for what I am. I tell you this right here, I'm here. Anybody want to cast a judgment on me? You more than welcome. Just let me know. Don't be doing it behind my back. That's some sucker shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, just like, oh nah, man, you did this, you did that. Like, I don't think that was right. And I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? But I do, also, have a right to, defend it. That's why anybody on there, you don't hear me saying no names. I'm really just, just open. I mean, it's the open conversation, you know? So I'm gonna hold on, let me smoke my weed. I'm gonna slide out. You have a good one and shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining me. Peace. This is your boy Juice Warner, and this is how they killed the revolution 365. You know, I'm gonna work on relaxing and shit. I keep saying, you know. All right, peace, people.